Round world of accident and emergency, her training over the last 3 years means she will be unfazed by anything that comes through our clinic doors. And our first case is Peter, a 60-year-old lift engineer. Sadly, it's the lift he's lost that's bringing him down.
It is embarrassing, yes. I mean, sometimes I've had to get changed in a disabled toilet, and when people see a man of 6 foot and 15 stone ably walking into a disabled toilet, they think, what are you doing? You're not disabled. But it's a type of disability, really, because it holds you back from living a normal life.
Peter's condition is the result of a life-saving operation to remove his prostate after cancer was found.
Why have you come to see me today?
I've been left with incontinence after an operation I had in 2007.
So as soon as you had the prostate removed, how long after did you notice that things weren't quite right?
Basically, ever since the operation, I've had leaks. You haven't got the sphincter muscle there to clamp it back, so you can only hold back so much, but it's the wearing of the pads that's more of an annoyance than the going to the toilet.
So soon after the surgery you were wearing pads?
Well, from the time of the operation, that starts off, and you're in big pads then. I mean, they're nappy-sized pads, and you're losing everything, basically. You've got no control. And then over probably about 3 to 4 months, you come down with the size of the pad till you reach. And that slips inside pants.
So how many times a day would you have to change your pads?
It could be, well, it is at least 3, sometimes 4 times a day. I mean, I've had pads nearly fall out, so sometimes, like if I'm driving, you get out and you've got damp patches perhaps on your leg or on the seat of the vehicle, something like that.
So you tried the medicines and they have helped, but they haven't totally improved your symptoms, have they? So I think the next step would be surgery.
Dr. Priya wastes no time in sending Peter for tests.
The treatment today is a scan to see whether there's any possibility regarding having a sling on the bladder.
A sling could lift Peter's bladder up, relieving the pressure on the muscle that allows him to leak.
That will feel cold to start with, and then stings a bit.
Dr. Zaki Almallah is a specialist in post-prostate problems. By sliding a probe directly into Peter's bladder, he can see how much urine Peter is able to hold. The dark shape on the X-ray is the fluid that he just pumped into his bladder.
The level of the base of the bladder is lower than normal because you've had surgery on your prostate.
Yeah, it's a bit more like an orange than like a pear.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
By replicating Peter's symptoms in this controlled environment, Mr Almallah can determine what's the cause. It's a great way to pinpoint muscles that aren't working.
You can see some leaking down here.
And that's trying as hard as I can not to leak as well.
Mr Almallah tries another test, gravity. In this case, he found out Peter's sphincter muscle is extremely weak. Sadly, a sling will not be enough to stem his leakage problems, and more serious measures are required. We'll be back later to see whether a solution can be found to dam the flow of Peter's urine. Earlier, Peter was having trouble keeping dry.
You get out, then you've got damp patches perhaps on your leg.
And after tests, it was obvious why.
Got some weakness in that muscle.
Now he is contemplating a serious plumbing overhaul.
Happy with everything?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Any questions?
No more questions now.
Mr Almallah is Peter's consultant.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay.
He will fit an artificial means of bladder control which should have a drastic effect on Peter's waterworks.
This is what we call an artificial urinary sphincter.
It involves a cuff that goes round the urethra. When it's fitted, it will inflate and squeeze the urethra closed.
See the cuff around here going round the urethra.
The cuff is connected to a balloon which is put into the abdomen.
And then we'll put this down underneath a muscle in the abdominal wall called rectus muscle. It's a very powerful muscle. We just put it behind it.
Once the tubing is in place at Peter's rear, Mr Almallah takes a push-button pump which is going to force down into the scrotum. All the pipes need to be joined together before they're tucked in. To think, with a flick of a switch, he'll be able to turn his water on and off. Peter is back to see Dr. Priya, but it will still take another month before he can start pressing the buttons. The anticipation is killing. When will he get his waters to work?
So how do you feel, Peter?
relieved. There's a lot of relief, and tension, a lot of the tension's gone, well, nearly all the tension's gone now. I've got something definitely to look forward to. I can't see any reason why, when they give me the go-ahead, it should be okay.
So when's the big day?
The big day's approximately 4 weeks from now, and that's when everything's activated.
And what will happen then?
Well, it's the day I see the surgeon. He will press the button, activate the pump, and from then on, whenever I need the loo, I just press the button or push the pump as it is, and I can use it just like that.
Brilliant.